So we went out in the woods today and we picked a bunch of these Ash Bolete mushrooms. As you can see, it's a pretty large pile of them. It only took us like, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe to find this many of them. Today is August 20th, 2022, so kind of a mid to late August mushroom is when you're typically going to find these where we are located. And a lot of them, you know, the bugs like to get into them and eat them. They're like all over the ground. They are hard to see because they look like leaves. And then if you bump them over, they look like some kind of weird lemon mushroom. But we took some of these last night and fried them in butter and salt, and tried them. And we did not particularly like the flavor. They have kind of like almost like when you're eating a pancake that the baking soda didn't get mixed in all the way and you eat a little chunk of baking soda. Sort of that taste. And then the mushroom flavor is good, but it's not super powerful. Like an oyster mushroom has a really strong mushroom flavor. These don't have like a super strong mushroom flavor, so I guess not distinctive. And then we picked them right after a rain, so they had a lot of moisture, and that kind of made them cook to like a weird texture. My brother described it as like chewing and like eating an earlobe or something. Just weird and a bit slimy. So this morning I cooked some more of them and I fried them in bacon grease, so it was like really high temperatures to see if that made a difference. And I just seasoned them out, like seasoned them a lot. And because of that, it actually made them taste good, but I probably could have cooked slugs the same way and they would have tasted good because of the over seasoning. So what we're going to try here is we're actually going to take all of these and put them into our dehydrator. Probably slice them into little slices, dehydrate them, and then try reconstituting them to make some kind of soup, or just use them like we'd use regular mushrooms and see if that improves the flavor. If it does, then, well, maybe we found another worthwhile edible for the table. If it doesn't, then we're gonna just ignore these probably. Really a neat mushroom though. They only grow around ash trees, and that's because they rely on some kind of aphid that relies on the ash tree. So these, in their mycelium, they make little homes for the aphids to live in, and then the aphids in return give the mushrooms some sugars and nutrients that they get from the ash tree, as far as I understand. So kind of a really cool like relationship going on there where one can't really exist without the other. And apparently those gnats only live around ash trees, which is why we only find these mushrooms around ash trees. So it looks like we've got 21.02 ounces, 1 pound, 5 ounces about for our wet weight. While we were picking these, we were just really careful to not get dirt all over them, because when you rinse them, they soak up a ton of water, so we actually don't want to rinse them. So we're just going to take them, cut them, dehydrate them. I'll try. Okay, so I got them all cut up, put in the tray. There was a few that were too buggy eaten, so apparently it's important to get these while they're young. I always take it as a good sign when the bugs are eating it, because I imagine that it means it's less poisonous, but obviously that's actually not true. So let's just zero that plate out. And it looks like our loss is 3.49 ounces. So 3.5 ounces basically. So we ran the dehydrator for about 5.5 or 6 hours and they're completely done now. I kind of was rotating the trays, so like the one that was on the top I moved to the bottom, and just to make sure that they would dry equally. They're pretty light and pretty dry, so like if I push on this, it can just be, you could almost crumble it up into a powder. So let's tear it out and we're just gonna transfer everything over. Larissa, what was your final guess on the weight? Oh, did you adjust it after I said 5? Did you say 5? Yeah, I did. I didn't guess and I didn't guess. Okay, well that's fair then. So Larissa's overshooting my guess by 1 ounce. So we'll see. She didn't hear me though, so it's perfectly fair. Oh, goodness.
Oh, you gotta get all these to make it fair. I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, I saw what it's close to. but I'm appalled.
Oh, is it like 3 ounces or something?
So I think that's pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a whopping...
What? Did you zero out the plate properly?
I think so. Here, let's do this. You want to grab an empty plate and we'll just tear this out. The reason for the can is so we can actually see the scale perfectly. So we're removing the plate. And we're adding plate with the dried mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
0.67 ounces. That is incredible.
Yeah, they feel really light.
Which, I mean...
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of difference there. So, wow, if you want to knock the weight down on something, dehydrating it is incredible, because we started with roughly 18 ounces, and we cooked them right down to 3/4 of an ounce for generous, 0.71 ounces. So that is crazy. They are definitely mostly water. So, from this point, we can just like reconstitute them, I guess, into whatever we're gonna eat them with. I kind of want to just reconstitute a couple in like some boiling water and see how they seem. Yeah, mushroom tea.
Mushroom tea sounds good.
That's crazy. There's like no food there once you get rid of the water, apparently. Wow, there's like brown coming out of the mushroom stock. Once they cook down a bit, we're gonna mix eggs in and make some scrambled eggs for breakfast here. Alright, so I wanted to try them while they're reconstituted. First, there's just a little bit of salt and a little bit of butter in this. A little bit more salt than I wanted, but we're gonna be adding eggs, so it should be fine. So, I'm just gonna take one of those and try it. Ooh, there's a little bit of dirt in that one. It's hard to get all the dirt off of them.
Flavor's not bad. Tastes like mushrooms.
Yeah, just tastes like...
The texture's not nearly
mushrooms.
as bad as it was.
Yeah, the texture's a lot better.
I'd say the texture's actually fine.
I still feel like there's maybe the slightest bit of an acidic taste.
Yeah.
When you're eating them like on their own. But after we mix eggs into it, I don't think you'll be able to taste that.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of like spinach and mushroom mixed together. Like, you know that like bitter, kind of a bitter taste that spinach has? It's very like that. So it's not really like bad, it's just kind of... Here, try one more piece of spinach.
Well, it's cooked in salt and butter, so...
Yeah, but...
Dirt.
Oh, is that dirt? Oh my. Was that crunch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awful. Apparently we should have been a little more careful picking them.
Just like morels.
Yeah, morels have dirt in them too. Here we are actually eating the eggs. Accidentally browned them a little bit more than I wanted to. We added some spinach, and that's really good. Overall though, the mushrooms, we think they're pretty nice. So if we came across another patch of them today, you know, we would maybe pick them and dry them. Definitely this is better than how they were before, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this makes them very edible, but I still don't know if they're the best mushrooms.
Yeah, when there's other things around, I don't think I would want to eat these. In January though, if you can pull a shelf or pull a jar off the shelf that has these mushrooms in them, it might be nice to add to stuff. I think I would maybe still prefer them in like a soup or something.
It helped the texture a lot.
Yeah. When you have something to say? You want the camera, don't you? So, I guess that concludes our little experiment. Hope you found this interesting, and I'll talk to you in the next video.